be more slower.
Would you be more older?
Oh, Federica? Are you sure she's dead? She looks kind of asleep. Kind of smiling. Oh, she's dead, all right. We wouldn't have given her all those pretty things if she were alive. She was kind of mean and nasty.
Oh, isn't this exciting? Too bad Elizabeth has to miss it.
I mean, she's not missing it unless she has to.
I'd say she's dead, all right. There's no pulse, and the body's cold.
Oh, yes, I noticed that when I put the pearls around her neck.
When what?
We all dressed her up. That's why she looks so pretty. We wanted her to look her best for the occasion.
What occasion?
Receiving gentlemen, of course.
Of course!
All right, ladies. Let's all sit down and talk this over. Trimmer, get on the phone and get the wheels working. There is a phone, isn't there?
It's out in the kitchen.
What I'd like to know first of all is this, Miss...
Hildegard. You may use my first name.
Thank you, Miss Hildegard. Now, whatever gave you the idea you ought to phone the police about this matter?
Miss Elizabeth died under suspicious circumstances.
I'm first.
Why should you be first?
Because I know more about the people in this house than anybody else.
Lies! All lies! You never tell the truth, Lucy.
You want to talk? You want to
Oh, you
taste
wanna
this?
taste
You
some
want to
this?
taste? You want to taste
This place is a nut house. We've got to get out of here.
They all say the dead one was poisoned. There must be some truth to it.
Not if they're all crazy. In your body, the live ones ought to be examined.
I don't either.
What do you make of this? Are they holding out on us?
I don't think so. But you never know. I won't put anything past them.
Then we've got a funny situation. We all agreed there was a murder. They all knew about the poison, and they all know one of them did it. But nobody, except the guilty party, knows who.
But they seem anxious for you to find out.
Okay. Let's put it this way. The old girls have nothing to do all day but sit around.
And one of them has a pair of long-distance specs. So they amuse themselves by spying on everybody within range. And who do they see across the street?
Shut up.
They ask around and they find out that you're a detective in homicide. Now tell me, what would you do if you wanted to make a homicide detective come to your house?
Oh, yes! They just had to have murder! You're the motive!
You tell any of you want at the station about this, and I'll murder you. I'll murder you with these two hands.
How does it feel, Ophin, to be the object of such criminal devotion?
I'll refuse to handle the case. That's what I'll do.
What excuse will you give the captain?
Oh, the saints preserve me. What will I do?
We're having a party,
I hope you drink tea, Mr. Ophin.
Don't worry, Mr. Owen, there's no rat poison in this one. We've got a press package.
There are two for you.
Yes, you can take Elizabeth's biscuit.
But there aren't any biscuits for Mr. Craig. I can take a hint. Hey, Ophin, I've got to get back to the department. If anybody asks, I'll tell them you're here investigating a murder. Now, don't, old chap. And don't take too much tea. It's terribly strong stuff.
Girls just wanna have
Girls, control yourself. This is my house and I'm the hostess.
I'm Jane Rogers. I'm Jane Rogers.
Lucy. Manta.
Oh, Mr. Ophin. My back! Oh, my back!
I'd like to explain things.
Have you established motivation for the murder?
The motivation, yes. The police have several theories. Girls, I'm awfully thirsty today. Aren't you serving any tea?
Well, you just had a bottle of beer.
Oh, the binoculars, naturally. But say, beer isn't quite so satisfying anymore since I've tasted your tea.
Mr. Open, do you really mean that?
Of course I do. In fact, why don't you fix up a pot of the stuff right now?
And biscuits? I baked some biscuits this morning, hoping you'd come.
I love some biscuits.
You can have 3 today.
Oh, why don't you also help out? It might hurry things up a bit. I tell you, I'm dying of hunger and thirst.
Promise you won't go away this time.
Promise.
Are you sure you're not just trying to get rid of us?
How can you say a thing like that? Let's put it this way. I'm anxious for you to go, because the sooner you go, the sooner you'll be back.
Oh, Mr. Open, you say the sweetest things. I think I'm gonna swoon. Now, Birdie, you would only be delaying the tea.
Sure. You don't want me to perish right before your eyes now.
No. Oh, heavens, no. Nay.
And be off with you.
Mr. Open, you remind me of a bull in a china shop. You handle these old ladies quite skillfully. You almost seem fond of them,
I am, in a way, they're sweet old ladies.
except that one of them committed murder. But the really interesting thing, the thing I imagine our readers would be most interested in, is that this murder might be described as a crime of passion. This is too good of a story for you to scare me out of, though.
Then think of this as a public spirited citizen. You want to demoralize the police force.
Well, I don't know. It might make an interesting project, though.
What are you doing?
I'm looking at you. I'm trying to decide if we read a picture of you somewhere, if our readers would believe that you are capable of arousing such murderous passion in such gentle females.
You won't get a picture of me.
You're not bad, O'Finn. Not bad at all. How's your profile? Oh, very good. I can make you the sweetheart of every woman in town. Women of all ages ready to commit murder just for you.
Miss Rogers, please.
We'll start a wave of homicides. You'll get a photo spread in Life magazine. You'll become a national hero.
Miss Rogers, I'll do anything.
Anything?
Anything you ask.
Now, that's interesting. We might talk this over. But not here. We need the right kind of atmosphere to talk about something so important. Where do you usually go when you take a girl out to dinner?
Well, I don't usually take girls out to dinner.
Well, maybe it's time you did. Remember, you've got to convince me of something really important. Open. What is your attraction? You have a way with women, but just what is your way?
Miss Rogers, I have a duty.
The Rogers dame is the goods on him. She can print a story that can kill him. What's he gonna do?
Girls, we've got to help him.
Yes! What the
Folks, hold on to your seats. We've got something to tell you.
What is it, Open?
Jane will tell it.
I know how fond of Dennis you all are. Stay seated. You must be excited for this. I must thank you for introducing me to him. You're the reason we met. Well, here's the big news. Dennis and I are engaged.
Oh, blitz! Stransvitsky!
That's me! Oh no! I don't believe it! Mr. Open belongs to us! Say it isn't so, Mr. Open.
I'm afraid it is.
Oh dear! Oh dear! You'll be moving away, I suppose? That snug little apartment of yours?
about that, Jane?
I can brag if I want to. I don't understand why you keep humoring these creatures.
Don't call them creatures. This one here's an old sweetheart, she is.
What did you say? Sweetheart.
He said you were a sweetheart, not his sweetheart.
But I meant my sweetheart. You're all my sweethearts.
For heaven's sake, Dennis, you're acting like an idiot. Let's get out of this nut house.
It's a frugal, hard-working soul who for years has managed to support herself by running this boarding house. She's had to learn how to save and scrimp and be very careful of her meager possessions. That's why the handles are broken. Because she knew in advance she'd be dropping the tray and breaking them. That's why she picked the broken cups, because she knew there would be a corpse in there. So what was the sense? Breaking her best dishes.
Oh, that's clever of you, Mr. Open. That's exactly what I thought.
Miss Hildegard, I arrest you for the murders of Elizabeth Ellsworth and Nettie Norton.
Was it really you, Hildegard?
It was really me.
And all this time, I thought it was you, Lucy.
And I thought it was Amanda.
And I had picked Birdie.
Isn't that amazing? Nobody thought it was you, Hildegard. Hildegard, we must congratulate you. You were very clever.
But not clever enough to fool Mr. Open. He's the one who ought to be congratulated.
Oh yes, by all means. Mr. Open, you were simply marvelous.
Well, here I am, ready to go. And Miss Rogers, I may not be around at the time of your bed, so here's a little wedding present. A box of chocolate, well,
That's so very nice of you, Miss Hildegard.
Dennis. I want you to promise me one thing. Will you promise?
Sure, I promise.
I absolutely forbid you to eat any of that candy in that box. And I want Miss Rogers to eat every bit of it. Come on now, off to Jane.
Now, that was a funny story, wasn't it? I never knew there was arsenic in the chocolates until after I read the obituaries. I was kind of sorry for Jane, but in the end, I'm glad I didn't have to marry her. That's all one of my problems. Another remained. The old girls had such a fun time with these murders, I was worried one of them might try it again. So, I did the responsible thing. I transferred into arson squad. They handle fires and such, and I made sure to tell Miss Lucy, Miss Birdie, and Miss Samantha that I wouldn't be in homicide anymore. I'd be in arson.
Hey, Open. We got a little job. Reported a fire at... 909 Sycamore?